Good morning, everyone.
And good afternoon to those of you who happen to be on the other side of the world.
This is BremSter,
And this is virtual.
and today, well, actually, today for me and yesterday for virtual, we are doing
Time
a.
zones are weird.
Time zones are very, very weird. Lag is also going to be weird, I think, because one of the weird things about doing itself with someone on the other side of the planet is going to be he sees me about half a second after I say something, and vice versa. we're, we're going to be attempting a joint solve of a puzzle by Jodawo called Dotween. If you see me looking around a bit more than normal, that's because I've got the puzzle there, I've got virtual down there, and yeah, this is going to be very, very weird. How are you, virtual?
Doing pretty well. It's a lovely day here in the Pacific, not Pacific, near the Pacific, in the Bay Area near California, which is the other side of the world from Melbourne, Australia.
It is on the other
How
side
are
of
you
the world.
doing?
I'm doing okay. I've been quite unwell, but this morning I woke up feeling good after yet another marathon sleep. So yeah, let's hope that that
Sleep is
lasts.
good.
And
Sleep is good.
yeah, it is. So let's. Virtual was one of the people who helped with the creation of the March of the Quads pack. The link to that will be below. He was instrumental in the creation of the puzzles, where we were sitting together in a Discord channel, making puzzles, bouncing ideas off each other. That's why so many of the puzzles are listed as created by Skunkworks, even if one person was the driving force behind a puzzle. So many people threw ideas into so many of those puzzles that it was very hard to attribute them to a single person. And then once they'd been created, we all got together and we tested them and we picked them apart, and we saw ideas that we liked or didn't like and made changes to the puzzles as we were testing. And that's how that pack came about. So thank you, Virtual, for that. That was amazing.
Absolutely. That was a ton of fun.
So what I thought we would do is we would do a joint solve. I've done one of these before with Scott Strosal, and see how it goes. The puzzle that we've just decided to do is called Dotween by Jodawo. And the rules of this puzzle seem to be moderately simple. I have no idea on the difficulty of this puzzle. I was not given any hints, but Virtual is an amazing solver, so where I struggle, hopefully he will pick it up. We've been able to solve some beasts
We
together.
complement each other.
We do, we really do. Well, we have in the past. Let's see if we do on camera. So the rules for this puzzle are fairly well known. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Then we have between lines. I have recolored this so that they are different colors. Hopefully you can see all of that, so that you can tell which lines are which. So you've got the circles at the end of between lines, and the digits on the lines between the circles must be strictly between the circles. So, for example, if this was a 3 and this was a 7, these would have to be from 4 to 6. And that's how between lines work. Then we've got Kropki pairs, which mean we've got these different color dots. Black dots indicate that the cells they separate must have a 1 to 2 ratio, and white dots indicate that the cells they separate must be consecutive. Not all dots are given. And with that, this puzzle should be solvable. So, shall we give this a
With
shot?
that, let's do it.
So,
My eye is immediately drawn to box 5 and column 5 in it.
so those three cells.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Between lines, so Kropki are limited to anything that's a ratio of 2, 1,
so
2, 2,
1,
4,
2,
4,
4.
8, or 3, 6. Whoops, wrong mode.
Wrong mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. But that's a between
But
line.
between lines can't have a 1
1
on
on
it.
them.
And two dots connecting to the same cell in the same box can't be a 3, 6.
No, they
It
can't.
would require 3 cells being from 3 and
Oh,
6.
right. So
Which
that's
means a digit, a
that's
digit.
we have the central digit of the grid. Okay, and we've got 2 and
Not,
8 on the line. So
which
that's
means
1
we've got
and
1 and
9.
9 in the circles. That's
Okay.
a nice start. My eye's immediately drawn to box 7 next.
Okay, I was looking at
Because I
that
think we have
cell.
the same setup.
because that's 1, 3, or 6.
Right, because it can't be 2, 4, or 8.
But so this
And it
is
certainly
2,
can't
3,
be
or
3,
6.
6.
And if that was
If
3,
it's 3, 6, the other end would be another 3 or another 6.
and that doesn't work for the between line, so this has to be a 1. And
With 2 and then 4.
now, down here, this is 2 or 4. This is 1, 2,
Well, it's
4.
not.
And you
Oh, I
can't.
suppose it's not quite the same.
No, because you can put a 1 here.
That one can be a 1.
So you can go 1, 2, 4, or 8, 4,
Right.
2. But that can't be an 8. No, that 2, 4, 8 is still possible.
2, 4, 8 is still possible.
That can't be a 4, though.
If that's a 4,
2.
it's broken.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Yep.
So
Are
that's
there
what
any
we're
digits that are forced onto that? Yes. All of those have a 4.
on that line.
Yeah. Not super restricted yet beyond that, but interesting to note. Oh,
Yeah.
the consecutive dots in box 3 are interesting in a similar way.
Because
That dot in row 1 cannot be a 1. And so those 3 dots are 5 or higher.
because you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, and you've got the 2 here. So
It would collide.
these are from
5,
5,
6,
6, 7,
7,
8,
6, 7, 8,
9.
7, 8, 9. That center one can't be the 5.
Because you need to have a 4.
There's
in
no
one of
4.
them. Yep.
Alright, so not super limited.
Now, one of these has to be 3 or lower.
Just limited, but not incredibly. Oh,
You can't put
the
you can't
can't
put
put
a
a 2 on
2
that.
or a 4 on this dot. This is 3, 6.
That's 3, 6. The other end, you can't put
You
1,
can't
2,
put a
4,
2 on
8
it, but
on
you
one
could put
side of it, so it's also a 3, 6. In box 5,
Oh,
it
yes.
sees everything.
Yes, it does. So
That line needs something that's
where do
lower
you put
than
that? Needs to be
3.
a 9. There's
That's
nowhere
a
else to
9.
put a 9 in that box, which we had as soon as we
Might
got
as
that
well
1.
fill in. Might as well fill in the 8s. But yep, that's a 7 now. Box 5, we got the 2-8 pair resolved.
Ooh. Okay.
And we need a 7 and a 5.
Which
Very
means
middling.
one end is from 1, 2, 3, and the other end is from 8 or 9.
Yep. Let's jump down to box 7 again. We can't have an 8 in column 3 anymore.
No, we can't. So that means 8, 4, 2 is not
2, 4.
possible.
Right. 1, 2, 4 and 2, 4, 8 are both possible. Doesn't that give us a 2 in column 3? That gives us a 2 in column 3. We can take 8 out of that cell as well. Alright. Good start so far. Let's hope it continues. Box 3, the other end of the line stretching into box 5, has to be higher than 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Which is heading us up towards a quintuple, but we're not there yet. Now, one of these has to be 5, or has to be 7, 8, or 9. But it could still be that
Right.
one.
Right, because if there's a 5, it goes with a 6.
Because if there's a 5, it goes with a 6.
If row 2, column 8 is a 5, that
Yes.
places a 6.
5, 6,
So.
7, that would have to be then 8 or 9. Actually, that's interesting. If that's a 5, that has to be an 8 or 9.
And If it's a
that's a
6,
6,
we get 6, 7, 8.
that becomes a 9. If
So it
that's a
has to be a 9.
7, that could go 6, 5, and all of a sudden that's still 8 or 9.
I think we're limited to 8 or 9, though, because if it's an 8, it's a 9.
If it's an 8, it's a 9. Well, no, because if this was a 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 6, 5 makes this a... So, yeah, this can't be 5, 6, or 7.
Neat.
That's very neat.
That's quite clever. I just noticed a moment of cleanup in box 6. We've got a 2 in a box with a 2. We're
That
not
is...
forced to have an 8 in the cells we've pencil marked in box 3. Oh. I just noticed an alignment in columns 3 and 4. Where do we place 2?
3 and
can't be in
4.
So we've got them pencil marked in column 3. In column 4, they can't be in box 2. They can't be in box 5. There's only 2 places left.
Down here.
Yeah.
Which means 2 has to be across in one of those 2.
And not in column 7.
So we
also
can't
get
put
a limitation
2
on 8.
on that dot.
Oh. We can't. So that's either 4, 8, or 3, 6. That's limited enough to be worth marking.
You pencil mark like I do.
Oh, yes.
Remember, this isn't a race when you're on camera. It's all about explaining what we're doing. This isn't a...
Yeah. 8s in the center 3 columns do the similar thing. It doesn't seem like it's
we've got to put an 8
powerful.
up here because of the 8s we've already got. So that does... It really feels like... Does there have to be an 8 up here is the question I kind of want to ask.
Unfortunately not. 5, 6, 7, 9 works.
Now, if we were to put an 8 down here, it would be on this between line. No, it wouldn't. It could be here. So that doesn't work.
The blue line across the diagonal has a nice restriction. We need something that's lower than 2. Both ends C2s, so there's got to be a 1.
So there's a 1 in one of these. Yep. And
the other end has to be higher than 6, and it can only be a 9. We get a 1-9 pair.
Where's the 7, 8? Oh, right. So that is nice. So
Clever.
So, yeah, we needed to have something lower than 3, and they both see 2s because of the 2s here. They both have to have something higher than 6. They both see 7s because of the 7 here, and they both see 8s because of the 8s here, so this becomes a 1-9 pair. I found it's always important on a video to slow down and explain what you've seen.
Talk through why.
Yeah. It is a completely different solving experience.
Pencil marks in box 3 as an outcome of that. 1s in box 3 only have 2 places.
2 is in one of those 2. Now, what you were saying there was 1s and 9s.
The 1-9 pair lines in column 3, so 1 is in precisely 2. Row 3. I keep doing that.
Precisely 2.
Can't be the 8-9.
Well, the 1 is in one of those.
The 9 is less limited. Interesting.
Now, we've got a similar thing down here where the 9 is in one of those 2.
I'm seeing some mirror symmetry here. In point of fact, everything in the puzzle seems mirror symmetrical. Every clue has a
but those
has
aren't
a counterpoint.
It's not a GSP puzzle, though.
Oh no, because the ratio dots and consecutive dots are different impact.
This is
still quite cool.
Jodawo does cool puzzles.
My eye agreed. My eye is drawn to column 5 again.
So this is a quad, and we all know that I like quads. So 3, 5, 6, and 7.
I'm not seeing any limitations on that. I am seeing a limitation on that. So go to back to box 3 for a moment.
Okay.
We have, on those consecutive dots, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, which overlap.
Yes.
You always have 6 and 7.
7, 8, 9.
You can't have 9, 8, 7. It breaks row 1, column 9.
Hang on, what? 9, 8, 7 breaks that.
And then there is no 7
So there's
available.
no 9 here. So
And there's no 8 in the middle.
So there is a 6 and a 7 in here.
Yeah. That's neat. We can also take 8 out of the hinge corner.
Yes.
6, 7 out of clue alignment. I won't say out of nowhere. All right. What other interesting things are hidden in this puzzle?
See, people, there is someone who jumps around more than I do.
It's me. I do it. What do we need in rows 4 and 6?
I was just looking at
We've
4
got
and 6. It's 1, 4, 5,
Clark's there
7,
as
and I think
well.
it's in all of them. All of them. Oh no. So this is 1, 4, 5, 7, and this is 4, 5, 7, and 9.
Right. That makes sense.
Right, because it's the 1
Huh.
and the 9 that are swapped.
Yes. I did just notice that the 4s we have in row 8 take a 4 out of row 8, column 8.
The 4s that we have in row 8, that's not a 4, so that's not an 8.
Mm-hmm. Closing in.
So I was looking at this.
My eye was just drawn there. So we know we have a 7. It might be with an 8, it might be with a 4,
If
but
it's-
either which way it's lower.
Now, if it's
So
an 8, this is
6
wide
or
open.
lower.
Yeah. The 8, 4, 2 leaves a lot of options for this. 4, 2, 1 forces this to be a 3.
Yes. If it's 8, 4, 2, all we know is it's lower than 6 and not a 2 or a 4.
Well, yeah. Or a 1. So this one seems to have more constraint because it does the same in the other direction. 1, 4. But we've already
Right.
looked at this. Like, this is likely to be 9, but
The line that I'm finding interesting at the moment is the one in row 2,
this one.
where we have a 6 or 7. It's either 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8.
So we're wondering
One
what
side
can-
is going to be low, one side is going to be high. Can they both be either?
So the question is, it doesn't look like this can be the high digit very easily. Because if we go 5, 6, 7, we can then make this an 8, 9 pair maybe.
Yeah, I think that still works.
6, 7, 8, 9, no. That has to be low. 7, 6, 5, that allows this to be an 8, 9. 8, 7, 6.
There is something
9.
interesting going on with
Hang on, if
3s
that's
and
an 8,
6s.
8, 7, 6. This is low again. And that's
Right.
a 9. And this becomes an
if
8.
this...
Hang on. 876. This is 9. So 876, this is 9. This is 9. This is 8. Oh, no, that works. Just.
That does. The thing I'm cogitating on is the 3-6 pair we have in column 6 and 7.
6 pair we have.
Where if we put 6 in box 3 in column 7...
This becomes a 6.
No, it doesn't do what I think it did. I had that backwards.
This becomes a 6. This becomes a 6.
Yeah, I had somehow cross-wired so that if we get a 6 in that column, it gets us a 3 there, and it does not.
So the place that it's not obvious to look are these lines, so I'm wondering if they're coming into effect.
Indeed.
Because we know...
Neither end can be a 2. Neither end can be an 8. Still feels like there's some choice there.
8 has to go down here.
Yes.
8 can't go on that cell because it has to be lower than 7.
Right.
If we put 8 here, this becomes 4, 2, 1, and that becomes a 1, 1, 1. I don't see a problem with that.
Seems okay.
If we put 8 here, that becomes a 9.
We got a 9 on one end.
No, 9 is right there. If we put 8 here, 9 is there.
So if we go...
So this is an 8. This cell right here is an 8 or a 9. Because either
if an
8 is
on the line, it's a 9.
If 8 is here, this is a
if
9.
It's
if 8 is
here,
here,
there,
this is a 9. And if 8 is here, 8 is here. This is an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
So this has to be the low digit, and it has to be 1, 2, or 3. Because it has to be lower than that.
This is almost feeling like a parody high-low coloring puzzle, but I'm not there yet. I don't want to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is up here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have that forced into box 3. Where can 3 go in column 7? It can't go in box 1. There are a couple of places in box 6, and a couple of places in box 9. It's not quite enough. Let's take a quick glance at that line, I think, through box 9.
This one.
Yeah.
So
the cell in box 8 can't be a 1 or a 2 or a 4.
This one or this one. Can't be 1,
That
2.
one.
Could be...
It's got a 4 pointing at it. Could be 3.
Can't be...
Can't be
4.
8.
I think it can be 6, 7. Can't be 8. Can it be 9?
Could be 9. I think it can be 9.
Now we know this is a quad. I'm going to just put this quad in. Pencil marks everywhere.
1457. I had a thought about box 3 in that 9 is limited to 3 cells in box 3.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be on the line. It can't be on any of the dots. And there's a pair in row 3.
Yeah, 9 is in there. We discussed that.
So does that make that a... It doesn't quite force it to be a 189 triple,
No.
alas.
In fact, you've got to put a 2 in here. This is a 129 triple.
You've got a 129. That places a 9.
This has to be a 9. 2 can't go in any of those cells.
That's very cool.
This is a 1-2 pair. That's a 9.
And now we get high on the other end. It has to be...
Hang on. No, it's not quite as powerful down here, but... Or maybe it is, but I'm not seeing it. But
that 1-2 pair is great. 9 is in column 7 in box 9.
Because...
We've got the 1-2 pair pointing across. Box 9.
Yeah.
The 1-2 pair is pointing across, taking out row 7, column 8.
1-2 pair.
Excuse me, not 1-2. 1-9 pair.
Okay, so...
I can read.
So 9 is not in either of those cells.
We've got it in the
9
column.
9 is not in
column
either
9.
of those. Oh, so 9 has to be down here. So this is not a 9.
Or, yeah, or in the 1-9 pair. But we got that elimination.
Yeah, it's in one of those cells, yeah.
Which is really interesting, because either we've got 9 on one end and 1-3 on the other in row 5, or we've got 8 on one end
other,
and 1-3 on the other. Interesting. Placing that 9,
so we've got...
making a 1-9 between line seems like it's usually not useful, but we're getting something out of it.
What can we do with that? So this now has to be high. So
Yes.
this has to be higher. This is 6,
Higher
7...
than 6.
So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Can't be 6. The
Yes, it has to be
5,
7, 8,
6 makes it be at least 7. Nine in that box is limited to 2 places. It's only where we have it highlighted or the 1-9 pair. This is wild. 3 in box 3 must be in row 3.
That's all that's left.
And it's going to join either 5 or 8.
Because 6 and 7 are forced on there. So this is 3, 5, and 8. What is going on with this?
Some very, very cool geometry. Now I'm wanting to look back at the line in box 1, 2, 4.
These ones, specifically those cells. I'm more... okay, so...
That dot is also curious, but I'm not quite seeing it.
I wish we could figure this out,
2, 3,
as Simon
4.
says.
That
So if this is
consecutive
9...
dot in box 1
Yeah.
is very limited.
Is it?
It's either from 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. Oh, nope. I'm jumping to conclusions. Don't mind me.
9, 8. Yeah. If this is 9, 8, 9, 8, 4, 2. 9, 8, 4. So this is 9, 8, 4, 2. If this, so because the 2 jumps there.
Mm-hmm. It
This
seems to
becomes
work. That
3,
becomes a
6.
3-6. Puts a 6 in column 7 in
This
box
become
1.
this becomes a 3.
Well, that's quite interesting. If we get a 3-6 pair on that Kropki dot, we get a 6 in column 7 in box 3.
There, or in one of
We get
those.
in one of those two, I don't know which. We get a 3 in column 9. And so we get a 3-6. No, we get the 3-6 across the center figured out.
So this becomes 6. This becomes 6. Because 6 is up here.
6 is precisely one place in box 6. In a very not helpful row 5, column 9. That seems to work. Row 7 just caught my eye. We know we're approximately where 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 are. We need 4, 5, and 6 somewhere, one of which joins with the 2.
So yeah, I had been looking at that.
None of those are.
Yeah, that's the problem
4
I
is
was
the only one
having.
of those that's limited, and it's not very limited.
Yeah. So I pencil marked the 9s. So I've kind of gone into our channel solving mode. I'd pencil marked the 9s here because we had figured out the 9s were here. So 9 was in 2 places in this
Right.
box.
Seems good.
So yeah, I'm not being as much as eloquent
Ones.
as I normally try and be. Yeah, so these are 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Right. Which is a little much to pencil mark. Even for me.
We can't put 4 over here.
Mm-hmm.
We can't put 2 over here.
Right.
So these are 3, 5, and 6.
That seems worth pencil marking. See, 8s are limited there. It would be really, really useful if we could get more limitation on 8s. And it's
So I
not
suppose
much.
if we make this 5, 6, 7, is that going to break anything?
I don't think it does.
Because then this becomes 6, this becomes 6.
And there's space for that. See here. 6, 7, 8. Particularly if the 6 goes into row 2, column 8. Feels like it has some interesting knock-on effects. It does. So if we put a 6 in row 2, column 8,
Yeah,
we get 6, 7, 8 in the box.
yeah.
That
That
sets the low and the high on that and
that becomes
resolves
9.
9,
That becomes
the
9.
9 ones.
That
But it
becomes
also
9.
means that the
Hang on.
ratio dot in box,
That becomes 8.
yep, the row 8 column 8 dot becomes 8 4.
This one. Oh, this becomes 8
Because we've taken 6 out of
4.
it.
So this becomes 9. 4 2 1.
Wait, 421? That's a
Yeah,
collision.
because we've used the 8 here.
That's a collision.
Why? Because we made that 9,
So, and
and
therefore
that's
that's a
1.
1. That's 2 ones in column 3.
And we did that
This is a
by...
long chain.
Hang on. Yeah, it is. But
So,
what did we do to start it?
6 in row 2 column 8. But
There.
we can do the shorter version of it. No, we can't.
No, that just eliminated 6 from there. So we know 6 is in here now.
That sets our
Which
three
make
sixes.
which makes that 3 and that 6 and that 3 and that 6.
Takes 3 out of row 8 and row 5.
Row 5.
You got it already.
Oh, okay. I did it
3 joins
instinctively
the
without
2
thinking.
in box 4. But that does actually raise the same question. Can row 8 column 8 be 8?
That. Oh, that.
If that's 8,
8. Is that... Hang on. If that's 8 4,
then that carries to the left.
that's 4.
Yep. We get 9 4 2 1.
9 4 2 1 1 1
9 1 9. Darn. That doesn't break.
8.
Wait. You just said that cell is 9?
Hang on. If we go... What were we saying? 8 4
8 4.
means that this is 9 4 2 1 1. Sorry. 9 1
Gesundheit.
8.
The other side's 3.
This becomes 5 6 7.
Nah, that's working. Or at least I'm not seeing how it breaks. Interesting.
This is 9. This is 1. This is 3. I don't see a problem with any of that. There's some
No,
long
that seems
chains in
good.
this.
Let's pencil mark row 4.
Okay.
Because that gives us some pencil marks into a between line cell.
That's not 9.
That cell right there, if it's a 4, the other end can be 1 or
No,
7
it
or
can't.
higher. 1 or
Can't
7.
be 1. Because I'd have to put 2 and 3 on the line, and I can't put a 2 on it. Oh, I could put a...
Right?
No, you
Nope,
can't put a
you
2
can't put
on
a
it.
2 there either. So
So
it can't be 1. So
So
if it's a 4, that's a 7.
right. If it's a 5, now we've got some freedom. Man,
Well,
this feels picking.
if it's a 5, right, we can put 3 4
Yeah.
and then put 1 or 1 on the line. But we can't go up.
Because you
If it's
can...
7, we have to go down.
Hang on. Because you can't
The
put
other end
6.
sees 8 and 9.
Because you can't put 6, 7, 8, or 9 on that cell.
I hadn't noticed that,
The
but that is
highest you can
absolutely
put,
true.
the highest you can put on that cell is 5.
So what we're saying is that cell's 2, 3, 4, 5. And the end of the cell right there, the end of the line, has a maximum of 7. And it can't be 2 or 3. It can be 4 or 5.
It can be 4 or 5.
That's very limited.
Although when you look at the column, that's basically all of the options that were left.
Right.
Except 6.
So if that's a 1, that becomes 5, 7, 9.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Because you can't put 2.
If
Hang on.
it's a
That can't be a 2.
4.
This is a 3, 4, or 5.
Right.
What is going on?
Whoa. The other end has to be at least 5. The other line cell has to be at least 5. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4 in the row.
Hang on. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8.
It can't be 5. There's a 5 in the box.
Wait.
Hang on. One of these cells is maximum 5. The other is minimum 6. So one of the ends has to be 7 or higher.
And the other one has to be 4 or lower, which is what you
neither
expect
end
from
has
the
a
between
5. Oh, wow. That is way more limited than it looked initially.
But it doesn't get us anything. Sorry, everyone.
That gets pretty close.
I'd completely forgotten I was recording, by the way.
Gotta love it. Oh, here's a thought. Now that we have this limited, if we put a 7 on either end, it places the 6. Nope, it's not quite good enough. If we put a 4 on either end, it places the 5.
Hang on. We must have a
But it
7
can still be 7.
in here. We must have a 6 in here.
Right?
I'm wondering about that cell.
It's got to be at least 5. It's 5, 6, or 7. And also, it feels surprisingly limited. Now I'm wondering about the
so
complementary
close
cell
to
in box 8.
this one, but that's got the
No,
2
the one
as-
between the 1 9s in row 7.
So
It
can't
sees 1
be
and 2.
2.
Could be 3, 4, 5, and that's
C
it.
6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's so close to a quad in that box.
But I wonder if we should be looking at this, because this can't.
Let's.
This can be 2, 3,
Can be 3.
4. We don't have the same limitation on 5s in this box.
Right. 5 still have a
5.
bit of freedom.
It can be 6.
Can't be 7 or 8.
Or 9.
Here,
between-
it can't be It
One,
could be,
two, three,
can't be 1.
4.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. It still has that similar disconnected feeling where we have one cell that's low and one cell that's high. The high end, again, can't be... So, the high end is at least 7. No, the high end is at least 6. The low end is at most 4. Again, you can't have a 5 in the ends.
Because if you have a 5 here, this
Then it...
6,
Oh,
7...
5, 6, 7 works.
Yeah.
Darn.
This becomes 4, 8. This becomes 3, 7, 6. Part of me
I'm
is
really
very
curious
tempted
about that.
to start high-low coloring this puzzle.
I think that's where we are.
Possibly should have started this a while ago. So,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know that I want to
yeah.
do this. Because we know this is high. The question I've got is what happens if these go in particular high-low orders?
Right.
Like, we know this is low. We know this is high.
We know the other end.
This
Other
is
end in
low.
box 7 is
This is
high.
low.
Or excuse me, is low. We're forced to have one more low in box 7. Row 1. Excuse me, row 9, column 1.
Row 9. That is...
Oh no, it could still be high.
No, it could still be high.
Ugh.
We know one of these
sixes.
is... This is low. We know one of these is low and one of these is high. And we've got the same here. One low, one high. So all... no, one of the lows is taken up here. So this has to be high or 5.
But it can't be 5. It's got to be high.
Why can't it be 5?
We've got 5 pencil marked in the box.
So this is high. Okay. Because we've got a low here and a low here.
Right.
These are low. I don't know how this is helping us, to be honest.
6 is the only high available in row 7 as a counterpoint to the lows.
So these are 5 or high. I don't know where to incorporate 5.
It's tempting to incorporate it in with highs, but only a little. Now I'm tempted to look back at that consecutive dot in box 1, because that's one of the only clues we haven't used.
So they're either both high or both low.
Right. If they're both high, we get high-low in the 1-9s across the center. If they're both low...
So they're either 2, 3, 3, 4. So there's either a 3 in them, or they're...
Can they be 1-2?
There's either a 3 in them, or there is a 6, 7 in them.
I'm not quite following.
No, I'm not following that
How have we
logically,
eliminated
though.
1-2 out of that?
I've got that completely wrong by thinking
you did
about
the thing
that
I did
one
earlier.
Yeah. Because that could be something completely different. Hang on, but if that...
If that's a 9, that dot is low. If that's a 1, that dot is high. No.
No.
If it's a 1, that dot can still theoretically be low.
1, 9... Wow, this is nuts. What are we missing?
It feels like there's something fairly straightforward that we're just not quite seeing. At this point, I'm tempted to start looking at digit by digit to see if there's something that we're just not seeing.
I don't think this high-low has helped us much.
I don't either. Want to pull it out to make the grid easier to look at?
This and this are the same digit.
Yes,
Are
they are
they?
precisely clones.
4, 2, sorry, 8, 4, 2, that could still be 1. They don't
No, it
have to be
can't.
the same digit.
We need a
Oh, no,
2.
they can't. We'd need a 2. So these two are the same digit. That digit has to live up here, but whether it's 1 or 2, 1 could go there or there, 2 could go there or there.
Right. So that seems fine either way.
1 can only go in those 3 cells, except 1 has to go down here. 1 is in one of those 2.
Oh. 9 is pencil marked to 2 cells in box 9. We've already been using it that way, but it's worth pencil marking it.
9 is 2 cells
Can't
in
be on
box
the
9.
line.
Yeah, 9 is in 2 cells in box 9.
1 in box 9 is in 2 cells as well. It can't be in row 7, column 9, so it can only be in row 7, column 7, or
Why can't it be here?
row 8, column 9. 1 9 pairs pointing at it.
Right. Oh, that's...
That's something.
Hang on. So if it's 1, 1, 1, 1...
Then we get a 3 as the low cell across row 5.
Yes.
Which is not something I was expecting, because
So
that gets us to 3 8.
if that's 1, that's 1.
We get 1
These
and
are,
9
this is
resolved in
this
in
is
the center.
1. This is 1.
Those are both 2. That works. That's a 4.
2,
That
4,
works.
8, 9. 9.
9 is placed. Wait a minute. 9 is there. Okay, that works.
9 is there. 9 is there.
9 is there.
Hang on, is that a conflict? Because we started with
I don't
1,
see
9.
it.
Oh, 1, 9. No, it's not. Oh, this is starting to irk me.
This is wild. 3s and 6s feel like the other digits that are worth. Wait a minute. Where's 3 in? Oh no, 3 in box 4 has 3 places. 3. Three in column 3 has 3 places. 3 in column. Let's, for a thought experiment, highlight where 3s can go.
Okay.
They can't go in row
So,
3,
in box
except in
1,
box 3.
they can go in any of those. In box 2, they can go in those.
Only there. Those 3. That's interesting.
Why not?
Right.
And not sure why not.
It's not that limited.
Hang on. 1, 1, 1.
We got 1 right there.
No,
Wait, do we?
because that would be 2, 2.
Well, then we're broken, because there's nowhere for 1.
1 would have to go there.
And then where does 1 go in box 7?
That can't be a 1.
That can't be a 1.
1,
That was a hard spot.
1, 1.
I think that works, because we get 1 in row 8, column 9.
2, 2.
Yeah, that direction around works.
No, it doesn't. 1.
Doesn't?
Sorry, where did I start? Here, right? 1 here.
Yeah.
Makes this a 9, which makes this a 1. Which makes this a 9, which makes this a 1. Makes this a 1. Oh, okay, that does work. Makes
And then we get
this a
1 into...
Makes this a 1.
One of those 2 and one of those 2.
Damn.
Fascinating.
That a 2.
We're making progress, but it's very slow. Oh. Wait. Go back to that 1, 8 again.
This
I
one.
want to walk it up into box 3.
So
if that's a 1,
yep.
then we go down into the between line. That between line can't have a 2 on it anymore. The purple one in the corner. So the 2 goes over into column 9.
2 there.
1 there. Where do we place 1 in box 9?
1.
Broken. Digit!
Wow.
We got a digit!
That was a
hard-fought.
hard-fought digit. So there's no 8 there.
Whew. There is a 6 there. In that column.
What?
It's either
this
5,
is a 5,
6,
6,
or 6,
7.
7.
So this is a 1, 9. And that's not a 1.
And it can't
this
be
is
a
1.
1. Yep. I think that, right there, was where we were stuck.
The 3 people who are still watching at this point.
I mean, we're not even an hour in. What are you complaining about? Okay, we're almost an hour in. But still. I'm pretty sure in column 7, the 6 has to be... Yep, the 6 has to be in box 3.
If we put the 6 there... Well, that's not
then
a 9
we have
anymore.
completely broken the consecutive dot.
The consecutive... Oh, because this becomes 5, 7. This is not 6. So 6 is up here. Right. I'd completely forgotten the
So it's
there were
either
consecutive dots.
5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7 the other way. Fine in any case.
So there's no 6 here. I'd completely forgotten there were consecutive dots in this puzzle.
We were very focused on something. 3 comes out of row 2, column 3.
Row 2, column 3 is not a 3. That's not a... No, that could still be... No, that...
Can't be a...
4...
It can be a 4. 4,
can be a
7
4.
would work. So close. Feels
So
like we need one more deduction and then it'll crack.
There's probably
it felt
just
that way
stuff
last
we're
deduction.
missing
9.
with the Sudoku now.
9 is placed in box 2 by Sudoku.
Yeah, that's the sort of stuff I was... So that's a 9.
That took an 8 pencil mark, so 8's
So
placed
that's
in
an
that
8.
box.
So this is
One
three.
comes out of the
Hang on.
dot. One comes out of the circle in box 2.
One comes out of this. There's no one here. So
One end is 4. We get a 5.
one end
It's either
is.
4-7 or 4-9.
So that has. Why does
That has to be a 5.
why does it have to be a 5? Because if it's because one,
Can't
yeah,
be a
that
4
has to be
anymore.
the 5. Yes. So there's no 5 here.
There's
There's
no
no
5
5
in
there.
there. Oh, this is so wild.
This is 1, 2, 4. There's no 4 there, but I don't know that that helps us.
Not much. Although, what can go there? That can't be 9-8. Could be 8-7 one direction. Could be 7-6.
So 8, 7 is possible. 7
I think 7-6 either way.
can't be 6, 5. It can't be 5, 4. It could be 4, 3. It could be 3,
In
2.
exactly one order for 4-3.
Where's the restriction on 4s and 3s? I am really struggling now.
So 4s can't go right there in row 2, column 2 from the between line.
Oh, because of the between line. So it's 4, 3, or 3, 2 in.
3-2 in any order. And then 2-1 in any order.
That is the worst pencil marking
It's a
we've
lot
done
of pencil marks.
so far.
Well,
And that's saying
hope
something.
it will only get better from here. Oh, 2 comes out of row 1, column 3. We have a pointing pair. Now we get our lovely chocolate teapot in that column.
Yes.
5-7 on the other side.
I can't believe this is not broken open yet.
Me either. It seems so likely that it would have already. 4-8. Nope. 5.
Now, yeah, I keep looking at this between line or this between line, expecting them to do something.
One is placed in
That can't be a
box.
7. We can't put anything higher than a 7 on either end of that line.
Oh yeah.
And you had
There
a
we
1
go.
as you had a 1 as placed somewhere.
One is
But this
placed in
not-
box 8.
So 6, 7, that has to be an 8. There is no 8 there. That's a 3, 5. But you had 1 as placed in box 8.
We've got it can only be in row 9 in box 7. And we've got Sudoku for the rest. So box 8,
That's
1
a
is
1.
placed. And we know that those 2 cells are clones.
That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's a 4. There is no 4 on this, but that doesn't restrict the 1,
Box
2,
3, we get the 6-7.
5 has to be up here now, so that's not a 5. Box 3.
Digits in box 3.
This is yeah. I was working
Consecutive.
on that because I'd figured this stuff out.
Hey, that gets us a 4.
That's a 4. This is not a 4.
Unsurprising. Of course,
What
it's
can
going
we
that
take
direction.
out of that? This is
6
not
comes
7
out of the
or
top,
8.
7 comes out of the bottom. 6 comes out of the top still. It seems very likely it's going to be low, but we don't know that for sure.
If this is 6, 7, maybe. Now this has to be
Then we get-
3. This is a 3. This is
That's
absolutely
3.
100% a 3 because we've got a 1, 2, and it has to be
And now
lower than
we
a
know
4.
the dot is 3-2.
The dot,
Box 1.
because we
need
have
the
to
3
put
in
a
the
3 on
box.
it.
So it's 3-2.
Wow. So we take
Now we get a 2 in box
3
4.
out of there. Hang on. 2, 2, 2 is right there. Wow, that was hard.
Yeah. I suspect it was a matter of us just completely not
M-
spotting the between line impact in box 9.
So this is a 5, 6. So this has to be an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's no 3 here, so
That's
there's
no
no
longer
6
8 4.
here.
There's an
Why is it?
8 in the column.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. So this is
Woo!
5. No, 5. Hit the right button, BremSter. This is 5 and 3. So this is 6, 7, and 8, but I'm not seeing a restriction on that. What am I missing from here? I've got to put a 1 in there. So this is not 1. 1 is in...
We've got the remainder of row 8 can be done, I think.
So we can take
Yes.
5 out of there. We can take 5 and 6 out of there. This is 2, 3, or 4, and it's not
Also
3. We
3.
take 3 out of there. This is a 2, 4 pair. So this is a 3. Now looking at that 2, 4 pair, not sure. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, which are resolved. Taking
And we
7
can
out of
resolve the
there, I take
rest
3 out of there.
of...
This is a 5, and take 5 out of those.
We
This
can finish
now
the box.
4? Is that 4? This
Uh-huh.
is 7. This is 6. This is 5. This is 7. This is 6.
Wow.
This is 3. This is
We're
not
through
3
the
or
worst of it.
6. This is 5. This is 7. This is 2 and 3. This is 1 and 2. This is 4 and 2. Not 4. Not 5.
Gotta be lower than 7. There's our
So
1.
this is a 7, 9 pair, so that's 9, 7, not
Box
7,
4
not
resolves
7.
that pair.
But
Oh, nope. You already got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. I'm not seeing that yet.
I'm not either.
That's not
1
4.
is placed in the middle of box 4.
Do I have to?
No, you can leave it to the end.
Okay, but I won't. 1 and 6. So 1
And they're
and
placed.
6, 7 and
8's
8,
done there.
9,
7 comes
5,
out of that.
4, 5, 4, 7, 6, and 5.
Whew.
We dot-tweened it.
Tricky step in the middle. But we made it.
And I think I knocked my screen partway through that. That was
We'll find out.
that
The
was
hardest
insane.
step there was spotting that ones couldn't go on the green line across the center.
Yeah, I mean the interaction of these between lines. Yeah, that was
Particularly
tricky.
with the placement of 2s into box 9 and getting the 1-2 pair where it lined up and went, we've got a collision.
Yeah, that was.
That's hard to spot.
I mean, maybe we
Beautifully
were just.
done.
Yeah, maybe we were just a bit blind. I mean, I'm assuming the comments
Certainly
below
happens.
will tell us where we missed stuff.
Absolutely will. I love the symmetry in this puzzle. Having the ratio dots and the consecutive dots be the only thing to differentiate everything else being symmetrical is quite beautiful.
Oh, thank you,
Lovely
Virtual, for
construction.
joining me.
Very good puzzle.
Yep.
Thank you for having me. It was quite a pleasure.
Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to Jodawo for the puzzle. If you wish to chat to me or Virtual, we are both on the Sudoku Solvers Discord, where you can come in and provide feedback. Feel free to leave comments below. Please check out the March of the Quads pack. For those of you who are still watching after the hour and something that we've been doing this, sorry. But thank you for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.
Cheers.
Bye.